Super Sons number 11. Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason again writing. This time Ryan Benjamin on the art. And the art is obviously more mixed. It's not as good as Jimenez by any stretch. I think that's
it a lot though.
It's solid.
Like
It's solid a lot of the time. There's a couple of key pages that bother me a lot. One's right at the start. Tim's face.
Is it his lips?
Yeah. What the hell is going on with his
weird,
lips?
Isn't it?
And then the other one that really bothers me.
Upper lip.
And then the other
That's what it is.
The other one that really bothers me, though, maybe even more than this. This one's bad because it's right at the start, so it's this bad first impression. So I was thinking, the art this one sucks. And then when it got to the Teen Titans stuff, I thought, this looks quite good. It's fine. There's a page later on where it's like Superboy's in the middle of the page, and there's all these things behind him, and he looks like he's got E.T.'s neck. I don't know what's going on. He's got this super long neck.
I just got there. And the moment. Yeah.
What is happening to his neck?
Phone home.
It's supposed to be because he's craning his neck sideways, but like the way he stood. But it's a bit overdone, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, when it's good, it's a more cartoony style, but that actually fits the younger heroes because it fits the Teen Titans.
Yeah.
And they're over the top
I
expressions.
thought this was the Super Sons issue because I thought it was Teen Titans, just with the way that it was.
Which again, this is something that we have to give credit for, where they don't feel like individual issues of their own books. They feel like, no, this is just this is just part of the story. It's something that we've had with crossovers lately, where it's managed to avoid that trap.
Yeah,
so it's nice to see it continuing.
It does, and so basically, what we get here is that the Teen Titans are out on a mission, and Superboy was supposed to be in bed. You know, Kathy's calling Lois, like, "Hey, can I talk to John?" I'm liking that we've not forgotten about her, by the way, because I like Kathy a lot.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen her in a long time, right?
Yeah, but he's actually, because Tim shows up to get him, and he's not actually, he's snuck out, so he tranks Lois, and he goes off to find him, and where he is, he's actually basically pissed that Damien's not let him go on a mission with the Teen Titans yet, when he promised he would, so he swoops in and saves their ass when they're in the middle of a fight, and they're like, wait a minute, if Kid Flash didn't stop that guy, and you didn't stop that one, who's that? And then Damien's just like, hey, Starfire, do me a favour. Catch Superboy, and he just fires like a flashbang into the air. And you just see Superboy come falling out of the sky. So it's a really good little Damien moment. But they're pissed at him, and they're at the Titans Tower complaining about it. And when Tim comes on the screen, and he's like, "Okay, right, I've got control of all your systems, all the security, you're locked in. Raven channel through. Look at my mind, like." Broadcast this out to everyone. Show them what I'm thinking and what he's done in the future. And we get this, this horrible future where Superboy basically it's basically the like a more extreme version of the whole supernova thing.
Yeah.
The solar flare. But it seems like it's going to actually hurt a lot of people. And he's like, I have to kill him. I mean, it's basically a Terminator story. Like he's the Terminator coming back to take out the threat against humanity, and. That's right. And I was just going to say, and so basically he starts to go supernova, and Damien's like, fly up right now, get as far away as possible, and he does. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that's going to get Matt excited, because this explosion from Superboy knocks out whatever's cloaking Tim for anyone who's looking for him, and we see who's looking for him from this alternate future of some kind, and we hear names mentioned. We hear the name Bart. We hear the name Cassie. And some other guy, and they're watching.
Some other guy.
All right, Harvey. Where's my button? Where's my button for him?
Hit the button.
There.
He's no longer imaginary. He's real.
It's an alternate future. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
It doesn't count. It doesn't matter because now they can write stories about this group on before Tim broke bad, and I'm fine. I don't care. They're there. These three. A couple months ago, I changed my Twitter. The header image to these guys, and it was Tim and Cassie, Bart, and Connor, and they were my lost generation, right? Well, they're lost, they're found, and oh man, so excited.
I'm sure you are. I got to that last page and I'm like, oh, Matt, I can almost feel Matt just sort of like rubbing the comic against his chest and being like, oh yes.
What, do you have the camera on me?
There may be surveillance.
Yeah. It's weird seeing an older Bart because the suit it just makes him look like Reverse Flash.
Yeah, he's just got an old yellow suit. Yeah, it just looks like Reverse Flash. Yeah. But they don't seem to be
with the white logo.
Yeah,
though,
Like...
They don't seem to be agreeing with this plan though, because they're looking for Tim. They're like, oh, he's been hiding from us. So we should maybe get some interesting stuff here where this older Teen Titans of this specific generation who've been kind of forgotten.
Yeah, and I like
hinted at it in Lonely Place of Living. You know, whereas he talked about his Superman, and and you got to talk with Connor, and then our Tim was like, who, and so things were afoot that.
What is interesting though is that this future has both this Teen Titans, but also John Superman and Damian Batman.
Yeah, it's what DC's always done that I love the most is the sense of legacy. Is you could have the Titans and the Teen Titans, and now you can have basically this Young Justice era Titans in this new group of Teen Titans.
I just think it's interesting. I think it almost feels like it's going to be this fight between two different versions of Teen Titans, this generational thing. And we know one of them are actually, in all essence, have been forgotten by DC Comics, at least until now. So I'm curious to see how they resolve this. I'm curious to see if this is a tease for them actually showing up later, or is this just how we're going to get these characters going forward, where almost kind of like how for a long time the GSA were Earth 2. We're just going to have this group of Teen Titans are essentially from this other alternate future, and that's just how we have them now.
Could be worse.
But yeah, so that's Super Suds. Super fun. Brings up a lot of really fun ideas. I almost feel like there's obviously there's some depth with that. We talked about how there's two generations of Titans coming together and maybe fighting and stuff. But beyond that, it's just a fun ride. I don't have a whole lot of deep sort of analysis to really give it beyond that.
And I have to say, as much as we were saying how we kind of hate this version of Tim because of what he is, I love reading him. I love love him being a villain now.